Hey there, everybody. Recently there's been a lot of celebrities passing. First it started with Lemmy of Motorhead, died of cancer. Then it was David Bowie, the legend, died of cancer. And now this morning when I wake up, come to find out that Alan Rickman also died of cancer. That's way too many legends all passing at the same time. And it's not a real great start to the year. But I wanted to take a minute and talk about a movie that Alan Rickman was in. He was in a ton of movies, obviously most well known as Hans Gruber from Die Hard and Professor Snape from the Harry Potter series, and several other roles that he was really well known for. But a role that he was in that I'm sure you may not have heard about was a movie from 2008 called Bottle Shock. It's a super nice movie, kind of a dramedy. Basically what the story tells about is the up-and-coming wine making in California in the mid to late 1970s. Alan Rickman plays a British sommelier working in France by the name of Stephen Spurrier, and he decides to go to California to try and find wine to be included in a French blind taste testing competition. While in California, he comes across Chateau Montelena, which is run by Jim and Bo Barrett. Jim Barrett is played by Bill Pullman, and Bo Barrett is played by Chris Pine. The antics ensue. He goes around all of Napa Valley, tasting all these wines to try to find something that would make good competition against the legendary French wines. Finds plenty of samples and manages to bring them over to France for the blind taste testing, and then history is later made. Don't want to give away the ending, but it's very good, and it's all based off of true events and true people and true places, and so it's not like it's a mystery. It's real life. With that being said, the story is really good. Alan Rickman, obviously, just passed within, I believe it's the last 24 hours. Such a wonderful role. He speaks French. He's got his usual telltale smugness that he does so well. Bill Pullman, the character he plays, Jim Barrett, is this kind of down on your luck, invested everything you had into this winery, vineyard, and just he wants it to succeed so bad that he almost unintentionally makes the perfect Chardonnay. His son Bo Barrett, again played by Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine. I like him a lot. He was pretty okay in this role. The thing that kept throwing me off was how terrible his hair looked. Now I get that it's the tail end of the 70s, and a lot of the kind of the hippie movement was all about the long hair and not really brushing it or anything, but I mean his hair just looked exceptionally bad. Obviously it was a wig, but I feel like they could have did a little bit of a better job of trying to make it look just a little bit more real. Small potatoes, but overall, I mean, the landscapes in the Napa Valley, California are beautiful. Sonoma, I think scenes were filmed in Sonoma, and it's just such a gorgeous area, and it's just beautiful. This movie also includes the likes of Freddie Rodriguez, who at first I mistook him as somebody else, so I apologize. But it is in fact Freddie Rodriguez, who you really don't see terribly often, but he is just an incredible actor. Also is Dennis Farina. He's one of those guys that you're like, who? But then as soon as you see him, you're like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Lastly, the cast is really kind of rounded up by Rachel Taylor. Kind of plays the love interest throughout the film. She's also the intern for Bill Pullman's character, Jim Barrett. And by and large, this is a really great movie. It's a drama, it's a comedy, it's a dramedy. Overall, I thought it was really good. And as a piece of Alan Rickman to put into everybody's hearts, and the career that he's had, and the theater that he's done, and the roles he's had, he's going to be sorely missed, as will obviously any person, any celebrity, anybody who passes. He's just, I don't know, he did a really good job in this, and I highly recommend you go out and get it. It's on Netflix. Look it up. Once again, it's Bottle Shock, and I hope you enjoy it. So please let me know what you thought. You know, maybe post a comment about your favorite Alan Rickman role. Rest in peace, Mr. Rickman.